Hello and welcome to Craft and Chat. It's Tuesday the 26th of August. Thank you so much if you are joining me live today. Please do a sound and light check. And if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for taking the time to watch the recording. I've got lots and lots of sneak peeks for you today. So many new products coming next week. So I'm not sharing all of the ones that seem to have appeared in my craft room because we'll be here till Christmas pretty much. But I just want to show you some of the highlights and some of the products that we're going to be using in the coming months. So if you're on my mailing list or my emailing list, you will know that all of my Christmas classes have launched, my Christmas retreats launched, my in-person classes have launched. Everything till the end of the year pretty much is sorted, which is really exciting. So I'm going to be sharing with you some of the products that we're going to be using in those classes and events. Hi, Scylla. Good to see you. Thank you so much for joining me today. You're on YouTube. I'm just going to double check in Facebook to make sure that I am live in Facebook as well. And I appreciate, normally I'm live on the 1st and the 3rd Tuesday. And today is the 5th Tuesday. I've decided that if there are 5 Tuesdays in the month, I'll be here on the 5th Tuesday as well. So I'll be here this week and next week. So that's pretty cool. So let's get rid of that. Okay, we are all good. So let's talk about what's going on in the world of Stampin' Up. Then we'll get to the sneak peeks. After the sneak peeks, I've got a couple of Christmas cards to share with you. Hi, Ali. Have a wonderful holiday. And I'll see you on the replay. Okay, so Stampin' Up. Let's go through all the things that are going on. There is still a sale on the in color products. Now, some of the card stock, Secrecy and Cloud Cover, were out of stock. They are back in stock. So, because I've been waiting for them to come back in stock so I could get my order in. So if you were waiting for them, they're back. So that's really good. It's 15% off in color products. I should know this. I should know it off the top of my head. Yeah, 15% off. Oh dear. Yeah, so 15% off all in color products, but it's not just things like markers and paper and cardstock. It's patterned papers and ribbons and kits and scrapbooking kits. So do check out all of those different products that you can get. Whilst you're there, it's always a good idea to check the last chance list. Some bargains to be had there always. And you know, it's sometimes because that last chance area is enormous, you don't always see everything. So it's always worth having a quick look. My top tip, what I always do is I sort it in price, low to high. And then I can see what I can get for my £5 or my £10 or my £20. It works for me. It means I've been getting a few bargains lately. So that's kind of Stampin' Up. apart from the big news, which Stampin' Up announced last week, which is that red rubber stamps are going. And I'm a little bit sad. I'm going to be showing you these later. I love red rubber stamps. But I get it. We're one of the few companies currently that actually do make red rubber stamps anyway. But Stampin' Up have been having consistent issues with getting the raw materials for the stamps. And basically their decision was around that. They didn't want to end up where they couldn't produce the stamps because, you know, what's a stamp company without stamps? But also because photopolymer has moved on leaps and bounds from when it started. You know, we can get the detail that we would get with red rubber with photopolymer. So that's really good. And there's going to be a change in packaging. So instead of the DVD cases, we're going to be having packaging similar to this. It isn't the same, similar to this type of thing. The flap is so much better on the new ones. This is one of Amanda's annoyances, trying to get that blooming flap back in there. The amount of cases I've torn. So I'm really pleased that they're changing the cases. So that's really cool. So that's happening. And the other little bit of news was that our Stampin' Right markers are going. And that's sad too, because, you know, I like my markers, but I love my markers for doing techniques. And actually, when I look back, I'm not using them. If the truth be told, I haven't used my markers in months. So I get it. So that's kind of the big changes with Stampin' Up kind of going on at the moment. Okay, so we got lots of people joining us. Let's have a look. Rob's saying almost weekly again. Roll on 5-week months. Bless you. I'm probably going to end up going to weekly again. We'll see. Because I miss you all. Yeah. I just bear with me. Probably not until the new year. I need to sort a few things out. So don't hold me to it. I'm not promising. I'm just sharing my thoughts out loud. So we'll see. Evelyn's here from Germany. Hello, hello. Donna's here from Oz. Thank you. Sound and picture all good. Margaret is here from sunny Oxfordshire. Sunny here in Fareham too. We've been promised rain, and we had enough of a mizzy drizzle this morning to clean the dust sand off my car, because it rained the other day and the car got covered in dust. And then it's been sunny, so I don't know where the rain's coming. Texas is here. Hello, Stella. How are you, lovely? Evelyn's saying when she started stamping, there were only red rubber stamps and no photopolymer stamps. Don't imagine her age. So, Evelyn, I'm absolutely the same. There was no photopolymer. There was only red rubber stamps. Yeah, I've actually been stamping. How old am I? I've got to think about this. I've been stamping for nearly 40 years. That's slightly concerning, isn't it? Yeah, nearly 40 years, 38 and a bit. Thank you, Rob. Donna's saying it'll save her pea brain from trying to remember which week is which. Yeah, and To be honest, Donna, that's kind of another point, actually. But yeah, so I guess what I'm thinking is, yeah, I miss you all. So, and it makes more sense to me if I'm here every week. But I've just got to work out the scheduling. We will see. Okay, so what else is there? So I've told you about the changes and the sale's still going on. Okay, now if you get catalogs from me, they went in the post at the weekend, so they will be landing anytime soon. Depends when your post person can be bothered to deliver it. I've got such an awesome set of posties, actually. Yeah, but it's just really sad that the post is just not coming as regularly as it used to. That's kind of frustrating. But this is what the catalogue looks like. But as well as this, there are a huge number of products that are launching in the online exclusive category. So on Tuesday, I will be sending out an email with a PDF attached to it, which has all of the online exclusives as well. So you can look at that on your machine, or you can print it out, whatever works for you. Now, the products that I'm showing you today, I don't know whether they are just online exclusives or just in the catalog. I don't know. I just pick what I like, and I order what I like, and I share with you the stuff that I like. So I can't, if you see something that you really like and you can't find it in here, chances are, well, it absolutely will be part of the online exclusives. So kind of be aware of that. Also next Tuesday, we will be opening registrations for World Card Making Day, which is an event in October. And it's a free event, it's online, and there's a kit that goes with it. I'll send all of the information in the email that comes out on Tuesday. That kit, the kit is stunning. It's a desk organizer, and it's got 10 cards, 2 each of 5 designs, and one of the most awesome sentiment stamp sets I've seen in ages. So you're going to want that. And basically the World Card Making Day event is focusing on that particular kit. You don't have to have the kit to join in. You can just come and hang out. But you will see the kit. You will want the kit. I will want many of the kits because I want all the organizers. So I have plans because they're blue. So yeah, so you'll need those. But, and this is really, really important, it's a secret. Last year, Stamping Up gave everybody a gift who signed up for World Card Making Day. You don't have to be live. You can watch it on the replay. But we all need a gift, don't we? Why would you not? So make sure you register for that. And then if you happen to be in Farnborough next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I am exhibiting at the Creative Crafts I think it's Creative Crafts and Stitching Show. I have retired stamps and bundles at crazy prices available. I'm doing make and takes. I'll be demonstrating. I'll have kits to sell as well. It's going to be awesome. So please, if you're coming to the show, then do come and say hello. And yeah, that'd be really good. Michelle's here as well. Hello, hello. Okay, so I think it's time to look at some new products. I will. First up, I'm going to show you the things that are for the next 2 craft togethers. So if you've not done my craft togethers, it's a monthly class, and every month we focus on a particular product suite or bundle and a particular paper pack. With the email, with the mailing that I did regarding the catalogue, the list for the next 4 months is put out there, and I will be emailing that information. So next month we are using Modern Christmas, and the month after, so October, we're using Gathering Together, which is autumnal stuff. So I'm going to show you those 2. Then I'm going to show you not everything. Then I'm going to show you lots of things that are included in the Christmas retreat. And then I'm going to craft. Oh, it's a big long list. Okay, so let's move that camera. Oh, switch that. Okay. Right. I've got stuff. Honestly, there is stuff everywhere. Cup of tea. Cup of tea. Okay. So September craft together. You've only got until the end of August to book your place, and we're going to be using this, which is the Modern Christmas papers. Now this is black and white and gold, and you can see it's gold foiling. It is super cool. So I will show you the papers one by one. So we've got leaves and then polka dots. So there's foiling on one side, and the reverse is like a plain print. We've got a lovely stripe. It's like a watercolor stripe with kind of a reverse black and white dot. Gold stars on a matte black finish. And this, I love this. Little trees. We've got some mistletoe with gold berries. And just, if you look at that from a distance, it just looks like a pattern, doesn't it? But it's actually fa la 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 la, la 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 la. I'm not going to sing any more than that, but that's actually what it says on the back. This one is awesome. You've got gold foiling, and then the ornaments are white and they're matte. And you've got like a cross hatching, and you've got tiny circles, and then the foiling is little diamonds, and then a wiggly line. So that is all 6. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's all 6. So they're the papers. And then there are some cool other things. So there's this lovely ribbon, which is gold striped. There's this twine, which is black and gold and white and gold. There are hoops. which are really lovely. I was hoping that they would work as bangles, but they're actually too big. They would fall off. I was getting excited because I was thinking that we could do some crafting with them as bangles, but they're just too big. I know I've only got diddy hands and fairly diddy wrist, but even so, they are way too big. And then the dies and the stamps. So the stamps are beautiful. Look at that Merry Christmas. And I love the trees as well. You're going to see quite a few trees actually. There's another tree set which has a shaker card element to it, which is really cool. So that's that. And then the dies that go with it include elements that will work with the rings to make ornaments. So you've got a star and a bauble, a couple of the trees to cut the trees out, and then elements to go on top, and then also these pieces which are to make your ornaments. So these papers are the ones that we're using in the September craft together. So if you are signed up for September craft together, awesome. This will be in your kit. If you haven't yet, you've got till the 31st of August to do that. Now, there will be some of these papers included in my online Christmas retreat, and I'm going to be very specific because I have 2 Christmas retreats. So I have one that's online, which is in the end of October, and it consists of 3 recorded classes, which is a stamp stack of Christmas cards, special Christmas cards, 3D and home decor. And the online retreat also has a Friday night special Christmas Eve retreat eve, which is a fun evening, and we're going to be using some of these products in that evening session. So that's sneak peek number 1. I'm going to put everything back in the bag because if I don't, it's all going to end up in a snotty heap on the floor, and then I'll never be able to find anything ever again. Okay, so that is Craft Together September. Craft Together October, we are going autumn. And if you haven't noticed, gold is the color of the season. Every festive season is different. So the colors that come through the papers, the colors that you'll find in home decor pieces, the colors that you'll find in your wrapping paper and all of that tend to go in phases. And this year it is absolutely gold. So there is gold paper, there's gold foiling in the paper I've just shown you. It's in this one, it's in some of the other papers that we're going to show you in the retreat. It's in the embellishments. It's just everywhere. So you all need to get some gold foil because you're going to need it. So this is called Gathering Together, and it's got gold foiling on. So it's foiled on one side and plain on the other. And I love this because you've got quite plain backgrounds to go with your kind of crazy patterned papers. So you've got it's like a tartan, and then it's polka dots, which I love. This one, I forgot to bring this up, but there is an embossing folder that has this leaf leaves. And actually, if you're doing the August craft together tonight, then the embossing folder that I've used is actually the one that goes with this one. So it's got leaves and then a plaid. You've got old olive and there is gold stripes on there and like a bark texture. Then this leaf page is similar to this one, but the colours are different. And this has got like a basic beige background, whereas that's a pure white background. And it's got tiny little squares with stars. And I know the camera can't always pick that up. And then that is the last one. So again, it's the same pattern as this one, but this has got the greens and the yellows in it. So that is really lovely. There are embellishments and other things that go with this. They haven't come yet. So I will share those with you when they come. So that is October's craft together. This is an embossing folder. And I can't even remember which suite it's in. If I put that behind, you should be able to see it. No, not at all. No. Hang on. Yay. This is a wreath embossing folder. It is huge. It's a 6x6. So that works really, really well. Makes really substantial cards. So you're going to be seeing quite a lot of that one as well. Okay. So now I'm going to share with you some of the things that are included in the Christmas retreat. So these things are going to be included regardless of whether you're doing the in-person one or the online one. And the first is this stamp set. It's called Gift of Joy. It is stunning. I'm actually going to use the little wreath here today. But it's a two-step stamp. So you've got outlines and then detailed images. But obviously what you could do is like that little ornament. You could stamp it and then just colour it in. You don't have to use the matching stamp. It's got Happy Christmas and Merry. So you can interchange them. You've got a present, you've got stocking and ornament, lovely bow, and then this lovely floral image, which I'll show you how that works. So this is the stamp set that's included. Hands down, my favourite stamp set in the catalogue, which is why I've built my Christmas retreat around it. It is, yeah, it's just stunning. So, and seriously, there are so many amazing stamp sets. But for me, when I include a stamp set in something like a retreat, I need to be able to use it in multiple different ways. And this has got so many images in it. It's brilliant. So that's included. Then let's look at some of the papers. So these are the Christmas tags and more specialty papers. Now, there are, I think, 8, 16, 24, 32, yeah. There are 8 of each of these papers. In the retreat, you're getting half a pack of this. So you're actually getting 4 of each of these patterns. So this is the tartan, and it's got stars on the back. Then you've got this paper, which is sort of a wreath. This has been designed so that we can cut that strip off and use that as a card base. But it's got lovely berries and foliage on the back. This is stunning. So again, you've got that extra strip there, but that will definitely be a card front, and you've got diamonds on the back. And then, so that's, hang on, 1, 2, 3, and then this is the fourth one, which is really amazing. So this is why it's called Christmas Tags and More. These are designed as focal points on your card, and then you've got gingham on the back. But that is not all, because you also get, so if you buy the whole pack, you will get 2 sheets of each. But in the retreat, because you're getting half a pack, you will get 1 sheet of each. And these are die cut pieces. So if I just show you, these are lovely. So again, these are designed as focal points. You've got ornaments and bows and candy canes and stockings and presents, and foliage and trees. So they are really, really beautiful. So yeah, so that's one of the things. Let me just scoop this up again. This is why. This is why I'm putting it all away so I don't mess up. Whilst we're talking about things you're getting half a pack of, you'll be getting some of these. These are called Greetings for You. So if when you put your stamps on, your sentiment on, you get grumpy because you mess it up, or you don't want to get your heat gun out but you want gold foiling, these are amazing. So there are 3 different sheets, I think. Yeah, 3 different sheets. So again, you're getting half a pack. So you've got Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, Season's Greetings, Merry and Bright, Joy, 'Tis the Season, From Our House to Yours as well. So a huge range of sentiments that obviously you can use on all sorts of projects. And with the retreats, you never use everything. I design the retreats, so there is always something left over. So yeah, so that's another thing that's included. Then let's look at these papers, because these are stunning. So these papers are called the Traditions of Christmas. And there are 2 stamp sets that go with this product suite. And let me just, so I'll show you those before I show you the papers. So the first one, and this was after this one, this was the next one on my list, because it's got this beautiful Merry Christmas, but also I can put Happy Christmas there as well. Or I can use that Merry with the Christmas. And I love having that just for you as well. But not only have you got all the sentiments you're going to need, you've got these super cool labels as well. So the wibbly ones, so sending love and joy and season's greetings, they go on these ones, and then lots of the others work on the others. They are substantial in size. So let me just show you that Merry Christmas. Because sometimes, you need a bigger sentiment. So you can see that's pretty substantial. So really, really excited. Ooh, put them in the right place. About those. So that's one set. So this is it's called a mega suite because there's millions of things. And then there's this. Now I'm really excited about this because you've got poinsettias here. And then this piece can stamp over here. And these pieces stamp over there as well. And this, this stamps here, and your berries you can sort of add in as well. So that's for that image. For this image, these flowers and leaves work, as does the foliage. So it's a two-step stamp, which is stunning because you just put them one on top of the other. But just because it says Christmas greenery does not mean it has to be for Christmas. This is definitely going to be making a birthday card for my next in-person class because I love it. And you can just put a happy birthday greeting on there. That is easy. But in addition to that, you also need to know that that's the true size of the images. The images on the front are 85%, so they are much bigger. You need to know that. And then there's this stunning set of dies. So you've got foliage, and these are substantial bits of foliage here. Sometimes we get leaves, and you know they're little, but these are huge. And you've got some holly leaves there. You've also got a bow and dies to cut out a stamped image. So yeah, so although this says Christmas greenery, this is not just for Christmas. So they're the things that go with this suite. They're not included in the Christmas retreat. It's only one stamp set included, but you needed to see those. But these papers are included. And this one, I have to say, is probably my favorite sheet. It's got Old Olive on the back, but again, gold foiling and poinsettias. You've got, I think it's Secret Sea is the black, is the blue. You've got lots of poinsettias in this paper pack, and pink berries. This is the same image as the stamped image. I'm guessing this cuts it out. I didn't actually think to check before right now, but the answer is yes, it does. Can you see that? Yeah, so that cuts it out. So it'll cut out the stamped image, but it'll also cut that piece out. So I'm guessing then this will be the same. Yep. Ooh. So that cuts out that as well. So that works really well. Then you've got this one with the lovely Secret Sea at the back. Oh, did I show you the back of that? Yeah. You've got some gingham. And then that's the last one. So I love this because although some of the patterns are quite busy, you've got plainer ones on the back. Yeah, Rob, 3D embossing folders. Yeah. So this one's a 3D embossing folder. And in fact, I would say probably 90% of our embossing folders now are 3D. This one's stunning. So yeah, it's really cool. Okay. So this is included as well. So the Christmas retreat, if you're doing it online, is the end of October. If you're doing it in person, it's the 15th of November. So it's 2 weeks later. And we're doing 2 classes. So we're doing the Stamp a Stack of Christmas cards and special Christmas cards in the in-person one. So obviously you can pick and choose which ones you prefer to do. So that is the things that are, or some of the things, not everything, because I never show everything, for the retreat. So now I've got 2 more stamp sets to show you, and then I'm actually going to get on with some crafting, which I better hurry up. So I've got 20 minutes left. So here are 2 more stamp sets that I adore. So this one is called Winter Scenes. These are teeny stamps. But you've got a lake with a snowman, you've got a river with pine trees, you've got some deer and some mountains, and then you've got a little log cabin. Absolutely stunning. They don't have to be Christmas at all. I think they would work really well as a wintry birthday card. So do sort of consider it for that as well. And then this one, I absolutely adore. And I showed this in my Craft with Amanda class last week, I think it was. And my Craft with Amanda class is an exclusive class for people who shopped with me in the previous month. So if you've placed a Stampin' Up! Order with me during, so that was for people who placed an order in July. Yeah, where are we? August. Yeah. So people who placed an order in July, it was their free classes in August. So anyone who shops with me during August gets their free class in September. So I was using this set, and it's quite polarizing. I would love to know whether this is a yes or a no for you. I adore it. I love a good elf, and the snowman's really cute, and the Santa is actually, it looks like a real Santa to me, so that's really cool. So I would love to know in the comments, whether you're watching live or the replay, whether or not this is a thumbs up or a thumbs down. You can tell me. This bit might help. So here they are colored in. Here they are colored in. So I've used the Wink of Stella actually on Santa's pom-pom and his furry hat bit. But I absolutely love these. And for have we got any gamers in the house? Have we got any people who love Nintendo and love computer games? In years gone by, when I had more time than I have now, I love playing computer games. And there is a series called Legend of Zelda, and the hero, is Link. And Link looks like this. I mean, it depends which game it is, because sometimes they make him cartoony and sometimes they make him, looking like more humanoid. But yeah, so that is definitely Link from Legend of Zelda. So let me know about those, because I want to use them a lot. But if you all hate them, then there's no point. But please be kind. So it's called Festive Friends. Anyway, okay, so let's do a bit of stamping, shall we? I'm going to make a couple of really quick Christmas cards. And the reason I'm doing Christmas cards is because I had Christmas stuff out. But if you make Christmas cards, you will be thinking about it now, even if you haven't started them. And I know that some of you have already made your Christmas cards. So, you know, I know that that's what some of you have done already. Okay, I just need to get my mat. Let me grab it. And my glue. So Kim came to stay last week, and her and her husband work from home. So they were actually working from our house instead of their house. And I cleared out my studio so that they could work in here. But of course, everything is everywhere. I've got to figure out where it all is. Oh, so let's have a look. So Donna, Suzanne, and Sue and Evelyn are all going yes. Yes to the festive friends. Awesome. But Sue's saying she loves it, but she doesn't like the colouring in. So honestly, these are so easy to colour in because they're big chunky bits. So yeah, you can't go wrong, particularly with alcohol markers, because it's just easy then to colour them in. That's made me really happy. Evelyn's recommending the sunflower embossing folder. Honestly, it's one of my favourite ones. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. We're going to use winter scenes, and guess what? Amanda's got blue out. If you're new here, you you won't know this about me. If you've been here a while, you'll be rolling your eyes. I love blue. It is my favorite color. If I could only make blue things, only wear blue things, only decorate my house blue, I would be a very happy girl. Sadly, that doesn't really work in reality. And therefore, I do try really, really hard. Really hard to use other colors. But today, I decided I was going to use blue. Well, for this first card anyway. So I am using the little snowman. And this is such a quick card. So we are going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight. Let me just check that's the right layer. Yeah, I'm going to stamp it in Misty Moonlight right in the center of the card. Now look at the detail on that. That etching is beautiful. Now, over the coming weeks and months, you will see me use this, and I'll be watercoloring it. I'll be doing all sorts of things. But today is about how can we make a really lovely card quickly. So we have stamped it, and then I've got another piece of card and a hole punch, circle punch. This is 2 3/8. It can be whatever size you want, or you could use a die. But I've just punched it out, and then I'm going to lay it over the top of my image. So I know it's white on white. That's not ideal, but I'm laying it on top so it is sort of equal distance all the way around. Now I'm using cardstock because for me, I've always got cardstock, and it's just a bit more robust. You can use masking paper. you can use Post-it notes. You can use your Tombow glue and put it onto this, let it dry, and then it goes sticky like a Post-it note. So you can do all of those things. I've just punched a hole in a bit of card and I'm going to plonk it on the top. That's a technical term, and hold it down. I've got my trusty blending brush and I'm just going on the balmy blue. So you can see that there. And what I'm going to do is just lightly go over the top and just make sure you're holding this down tightly. And I'm just kind of concentrating some of the ink around the edge and just putting a little bit on there. So you can see that's how it looks. But then when you take it off, you've got this beautiful halo around. And then I'm going to take my Happy Christmas and Merry Christmas from Gift of Joy. So the Happy Christmas is one stamp and the Merry is another stamp. So you could chop that off. So then you've got a separate Happy stamp and a separate Christmas stamp. What I'm going to do is just ink up the Christmas and then ink up the Merry separately. So there we go. So I've inked up Christmas. Oh, let me just check. And we are just going to pop that down. And then Merry. How cool is that? Rob's saying I joined YouTube in 2008. I did. I started a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in 2007. I wasn't consistent with YouTube videos at the beginning. There was no, it was kind of a weird thing in the early days as to how it was going to work. And actually, over time, I built up from that. But it really took off. So my YouTubing really took off during COVID, actually, because most of my customers were in-person customers at that point, and I needed to reach out. So I was on YouTube and Facebook, and we crafted throughout. So there we go. So Donna's saying Stampin' Up! Should give me a good discount on all the blue cardstock. The reality is, Donna, obviously, as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I get a good discount already. I don't think they'll give me extra discount because it's blue, sadly. Okay, so I have got distracted now. And I've got 17 things all over my desk. So what I didn't show you, you know, my awesome festive friends, there are dies that go with. So there are dies that cut out each of the little people. There's this amazing tag, and then there's some trees and some snowflakes. So I used one of the snowflakes and I die cut one of the snowflakes like that. And I die cut it in white and then used the blending brush over the edges of it. And what I'm going to do is pop a dimensional underneath like that and just pop that there. And then some of my favorite blue gems. So these, I'm just going to put one there like that. And these are, which ones are they? The Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. That just gives it a tiny, tiny bit of texture. And then we are just going to layer this all up. So I know around the world, postage is increasing. Postage charges are increasing. So I tend to, whenever I'm making Christmas cards, I tend to make them flat or with just one layer of something on it. And that one layer will make a difference. But it won't bump it into the next category of postage charges. Okay, and the snowflake that I'm using here, that's also from Festive Friends. So that's for the inside. So there we go. So that's that one. But this is not the first and last time you're going to be seeing this winter scene stamp set. You're going to be seeing a lot more of it. I just wanted something really quick to show you today. So that's one. I do have a second card, but it's also going to be quick. So it is using the Gift of Joy stamp set. So the first thing I'm actually going to do is show you the floral image from this, and then I'm going to make the card. So bear with me a second as I get all the things out. So here's the stamp set. So this is the image that I'm going to show you. You just need to see it kind of put together. So you've got the floral image, you've then got the flower and the berries and the leaves. So I'm going to start out with that floral image. And again, as I said previously, you will be able to colour these in or use the stamps. But these are the flower stamps and the berries. And it is just a case of lining them up over the top. Now, they are not designed to go perfectly. They're designed to look like watercolored images. So they will go slightly over the edge, so don't worry about that. And then the green, this is garden green. So you'll see why this is included in my class, in my retreat, because it's so cool. Okay, so there we go. Look at that. How cool is that, honestly? Anyway, so I'm just saying you need to book on to my Christmas retreat. So that's one of the images. But the other image that I'm going to use is the wreath. And the reason I'm using the wreath is because I'm going to use the same circle. So I just need to cut that down because for some reason I didn't bring. Oh, hang on. Get another piece of paper. So this time, there's my trimmer. Oh, thank you. I'm so pleased that you like that technique. And then I'm going to show it to you again, this time with the green. So I'm going to take my circle and this time I'm going to put this down first. And the reason for that is because I want to line up my wreath inside the circle. I want to do it that way. So I'm doing exactly the same, but I've just got green on this blending brush. This is garden green. So you can kind of see that there. And then the wreath is two sets of stamps. So you've got like the outline and then the inner part. So I'm going to do the outline first. Oh, Marie. I can always send you ink pads and things. Lovely to see you today, though. Moved from Gosport to Reading. Which is nice in Reading, though. So let me show you this just separately. Can you see? Those are the leaves. So pretty. So let's just stamp this. Now, again, these are not... Oh, I'm outshot. Hang on. Let me just line that up. How cool is that? Let's just line that up. Then we've got this stunning bow, which we are going to just pop down there. I'm going to put my Merry Christmas which I've moved the stamps. There we are. Put the Merry Christmas in the center of this one. So it kind of, basically, it's kind of making it look like a bauble and a wreath. And then I've got my Stampin' Blends and some pearls. And what I'm actually going to do is colour them in to make berries. And this is something that you can do with Sharpie markers. You can do it with any of your alcohol markers. Obviously, I'd be very happy if you wanted some Stampin' Blends. I would be very happy to sell them to you. but it does work with all of those things I've just said. So it's the right thing for me to do to tell you that. Okay, so I'm just going to pick these up with my Stamp and Pierce tool. Really, ideally, you want to leave them to dry for a minute or two. Obviously, what I'm doing is just gonna pick them up. I'm going to end up with red fingers, I am sure. But this is great because you can use rhinestones or other sort of sticky gems. Pretty much all of them will work to change color. Just obviously you need something that's like a lighter color to begin with. Because then it will cover it over. Okay, so let's get that all assembled. So all we've done with this is it's a single layer on both of the cards. What did I tell you about me having a pink finger? Look, darn. I'll trim that down later. See? Leave them to dry. Leave them to dry first. I will trim it down. Ooh. I'll dismantle it and trim it down. Look, there we go. There are the two finished cards. And the amazing stamp sets. So that's Winter Scenes, the State of this Desk, and Gift of Joy. There we go. I can hide that. So there we go. Cover it with snow. Yeah, I could do that. Okay, so I am going to say goodbye for this week. I will be back here next week. It's the first Tuesday of the month. So do join me again then. All of the products that you've seen today can be purchased in my online store. If you pop over to www.inspiringinking.com, you will be able to find a clickable link to my online store, downloadable catalogs, and all of the information and lots more creative inspiration there as well. The products I've been showing you today aren't actually available until next Tuesday. So if you want to go shopping, you're just going to have to wait another week. And that, yeah. So I'm truly grateful that you've chosen to hang out with me today. Thank you. Rob saying cover it with snow. Yeah, that's a good plan. Thank you, Margaret. And Donna's saying she always feels the need to cover the whole card front instead of doing a simple design. Yeah, and I think it's one of those things that as crafters we love to add more stuff. We like to add more, don't we? But actually sometimes simple is good. And also white space is, I think it looks really quite elegant too. So I hope you've had some creative inspiration today. I will look forward to seeing you next week. So take care till then. Goodbye.